Yo people, how's it going? It's your boy Richard Morse back at it again with another video, and this time it's another tier list, but it's a little bit different from the last one. It's the 2025-2026 Premier League predictions. I'm going to be looking at the 19 teams we're going to be playing next season, and I'm going to be debating which ones I think we'll get a win out of, which ones we'll get a draw out of, and which ones we're probably going to lose. So yeah, I'm going to be doing alphabetical order, so we go from Arsenal all the way to Wolves, and yeah, let's see how we do. Okay, starting off with Arsenal. Now, I know we did the double over them last season, but with the signings they're probably going to make, I can't see that happening again. So you know what? I'm going to go and play it safe and say our best chances are for this fixture against Arsenal is probably going to be a draw. Like I said, I know we beat them both times last season, home and away, but I feel like with the squad they're going to be assembling, with the players they're looking to sign, I don't see us replicating that anytime soon. So yeah, I'm going to play it safe and say a draw is probably our best shot. With Aston Villa, I kind of feel like the same with Aston Villa, really, where like they're going to be going on a European run. They're going to be, some of their players are probably going to be looking to either stay or get sold. So it depends on who they have squad-wise as well. But I think we could get a draw out of that one as well. I can't see us getting a win, because it feels like we very rarely ever do get a win against Villa. But who knows? Maybe this could be the season we do it. Who knows? Who really does know? Brentford. Yeah, I think out of Brentford we should be able to get a win. I mean, they've just lost Mbeumo to Man United. They're going to lose a lot. If they lose whatever you call it. If they lose him as well, they're going to really be struggling for player options. And it depends if they sign new players, but it'll probably be players that no one's ever heard of and like gem players that maybe go under the radar. But yeah, points-wise, yeah, I think we can get a win out of that one. I think Brentford is a win for us. Brighton are a bit of a weird one. They can turn up and sometimes they don't turn up. So, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to say we can get a win against Brighton. I know at the Amex we don't normally get one, but I feel like if we do keep building on the squad that we have, we could definitely get a win there. I think we have chances. This could be the season we get a win there, actually. Because every time I go to the bloody Amex Stadium, we either lose. I remember there was a game where we like 0-0 all the way to the end, and then like the last couple of seconds they score a last-minute goal, or we get a draw. So I feel like if there is a season we could get, it could be this one where we build on the squad and we go there and we finally get the win. Because I haven't seen us win there in God knows how long. Burnley. Bloody Burnley. Yeah, I mean, come on. Realistically, with the 3 championship teams coming up, we should be getting 3 points out of all 3 of them, really, on paper. So yeah, Burnley, 3 points. Say more. Chelsea, they've just signed Liam Delap on a 14-year deal, and they're looking to change their goalkeeper and get a few more players in. So I'm going to probably play it safe and say we're probably going to lose those ones. I know we have got draws out of Chelsea, but we never seem to get much of a win. So I've not really got my hopes up that we're going to get a win or even a draw this coming season against Chelsea. Crystal Palace. I feel like because they're in a European run and it's their first European run ever, I know there's a chance they might get banned for stupid odd reasons. But I feel like once again, it's one of those where the European run is either going to really benefit them or it's going to really hinder their Premier League form. So I'm going to play it safe and say we could probably get a draw out of that. Crystal Palace are a bit one. We can sometimes get a win, sometimes we don't. I'm going to play it safe and say a draw for that one. Everton. I think we can get a win out of Everton. We did it in Goodison Park 4-3. One of the best. The fact that, hang on, that's also one thing I want to bring up. We won 4-3, and that was not considered the best comeback of the Premier League season. Fucking bias, man. We should have won that comeback award. 100%. And yeah, we've beaten them before, and we'll beat them again. So hopefully we do again. Fulham. Fulham was always a bit of a weird one. We never seem to get much out of Fulham. Especially away. We always seem to get like a draw. So, but then Fulham have just released like a load of players. So, what are we thinking? Win or draw? Also, by the way, if you're new here, please leave a like, share, and subscribe down below. Put down your comments down below of teams that you think we can get wins on, teams that you think we'll probably get a draw at, and teams that we're probably going to lose to. Just so I can compare your opinion against mine and see if we can have a correlation. If there's anything you think is I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong, just let me know down below. I want to get more comments down below in this channel. So yeah, anyway, back to Fulham. Fulham, you know what, I'm going to play it safe and say a draw, because that usually seems to be the result we always seem to get out of Fulham anyway. Leeds United, I mean, come on, we should get points there. I feel like Leeds are going to be one of those teams where, because they won the championship, a lot of their key players will be like eyed up to be signed away, and I think a few of them were expecting to leave Leeds anyway. Liverpool, yeah, no chance. With the signings they're making, they're going to get Kirkers. Like, that's just a matter of time before that gets announced. If they get Florian Wirtz and they've just signed Frimpong, like, yeah, they're not messing around this summer transfer window. They're getting their deals in early, and with the team they're assembling, yeah, it's not looking good for us, lads. It could be another 9-0 situation against Liverpool. Honestly, City, similar with Liverpool, the signings they're making, they're looking to replenish their squad and strengthen it, and yeah. We never really seem to get a result away, and even at home we seem to struggle as well. So yeah, am I going to be surprised if we lose to Man City this season, home or away, or even both? Not really. Man United. With Man United, they've signed Mbeumo, they've signed Cunha, they're trying to rebuild their squad, but we've seen this so many times with Man United where they bring in new players, get rid of old ones, and they just keep going the same old cycle of trying a new striker, trying a new midfielder, trying a new goalkeeper, and thinking this will get them back to the top, and then it all just inevitably goes to shit. So I'm going to play it safe and say a draw, because I think it depends on how their form goes into by the time they get to us. Whether or not we play them really early in the season, midway through the season, or right at the end. Depends how their form is and how their run's going. So I'm going to put a draw just to play it safe. I know we have beaten them away, but even sometimes at home we do tend to struggle. So we'll see how the new signings for Man United go. That's why I'm going to play it safe and put draw. Newcastle is always one where we seem to either get a draw or a win. So I'm going to say draw, just to play that one safe. Depends who they sign, if they can keep Isak, because they are always heavily reliant on Isak, and we saw it towards the end of the season where they kind of ran Isak into the ground after the League Cup win, and it just never really looked the same. So as long as Isak stays fit, they could be a threat to us. And also it depends on if they bring in new players and get rid of some older dusted players as well. Nottingham Forest. I know we did beat them 5-0, but I felt that was an anomaly. So can I see us doing that again? Probably not. But, we have beaten them before in the Premier League, so it's a bit like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to say win. I feel like we have beaten them in the Prem before, and I know we have the ability to do it again, especially if we look to build on the squad that we have. I think like we have a good chance of doing that. And I think because they had such a good season, they're going to have a lot of players that will be eyed up to leave and get signed away to bigger clubs. So we could catch them at a time when they've been depleted or been raided by other clubs. So we could catch them on a good opportunity this season. Sunderland, yeah, we should win that on paper. Like I said, the Championship teams are Burnley, Leeds, and Sunderland. Usually, the teams that come up from the Championship are usually easy 3 points most of the time. It's very rarely that a team will lose to a Championship team from the Prem. Tottenham. Now, Tottenham depends on if they keep Big Ange, 2, what they do with the players they have, if they replenish it or get rid of some dead wood. And yeah, just I know they won the Europa League, but it depends on where they go from there. And so far, it's really 50-50 whether or not they'll keep Ange, and it all kind of relies on if they keep the manager or not. So I'm going to say draw, just to play it safe, because you just don't know what Tottenham team we're going to be facing next season so far. West Ham. I think with Graham Potter and the team that have, I think we could get a win out of West Ham, and we should be getting wins out of West Ham, because I'm honestly, I'm going to put money on it now. I guarantee Graham Potter won't last the next season. I think he'll get about halfway through, get to January, and he'll get sacked. Because it just seems to always happen with West Ham, where most of them don't make it past the 18th month period, the managers. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get wins out of that one. And Wolves, yeah, I think we should get victories over Wolves. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, I bet you said that because it's a personal thing. Nah, I know Wolves fans don't like me, but you know what? I don't care. So, yeah, I think we can get a victory out of Wolves. We did in the Premier in the FA Cup. I know we should have done in the Premier League as well, really. So yeah, that's my 2025-26 predictions for Bournemouth this coming season. Yeah, so leave a comments down below. Also, please leave a like, share, and subscribe down below as well. And yeah, comment on what teams you think we're going to get wins out of this season. What teams we'll probably get a draw, probably lose to, and let's see if you agree with me. If you disagree with some of my predictions, let me know down below, and let's have a talk about it. Let's try and get more interaction in this community. And yeah, On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching my preview today. I've been your boy Richard Morse, up the cherries, and I'll catch you soon. I can't wait for the new season to start out soon. See you later.